Good morning, children. This is Jaya Miss. Continuing with chapter 2 in EVS 1, Motion of the Earth. If you remember, in last class, we have learnt about Earth's rotation, revolution around the sun. Then in the globe, you must have seen on page number 6 about North Pole, South Pole, Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere, equator, an imaginary line which divides the earth into two equal half. And see, the earth is tilted on its axis. Okay, it is tilted, it doesn't rotate straight, it is tilted, little slightly tilted. If you see the globe properly, and if you see my last video, you will be able to understand. Then we had learned about how we get sunset and sunrise, day and night. The part which faces the sun is a day, and the part which is not facing the sun, it is night. And see, the planets and the satellites don't have their own light, they get their light from sun. Okay, so I hope you all remember and kindly read the chapter. Then moving ahead, in today's class we are going to learn about a year, how we get a year. See, in last class I had told how we get a day. A day has 24, it is divided into 24 parts, so each part is 1 hour. Okay, but in today we will learn about how we get a year. See, now let us see. Place the globe along the circle on the table. As you do this, keep rotating the globe and ensure that the axis does not change its orientation. See how it is rotating also. And this is how the earth revolves around the sun. Even it rotates also. The period of time the earth takes to complete one revolution of the sun is called 1 year. Okay, and there are about 365 days and 6 hours in a year. So the time the earth takes to revolve around one revolution, okay, around the sun is 1 year, and 1 year has 365 days and 6 hours. Okay, जितना टाइम अर्थ लेता है सन के चक्कर काटने में, रिवॉल्व करने में, उसको उतना टाइम 1 ईयर में होता है. ओके, सो देर आर 365 days and 6 hours in a year. This much time is taken by a earth to complete one revolution around the sun. Okay, now a leap year. Go to page number 8. Children, what is a leap year? When, see, usually we have 365 days in a year, but in a leap year we have 366 days. Okay, so, and leap year comes every 4th year. Okay, every 4th year is a leap year. So 2020 was a leap year. Okay, February had 29 days. Now next leap year will be 2024. See, I have given a list of leap year from 2016 to 2080. Okay, so in this year February will have 29 days. Okay, children, and see, 1 year is equal to 24,219 days. See, so much they have divided into fraction. We round it up to 365 days and lose just 1/4 day per year. Now to adjust, to make up for rounding, see, the earth revolves around the sun. So to complete that circle properly, see, there is always a orbit, okay? Everyone has their fixed path in the solar system. You can go the other planet's path, or you can go and dash the other satellite. You can do all that. So there is a fixed route, okay? So if you want to complete that properly, for that they have given one extra day, you know. So see, to make up for rounding, we add an extra day in February 29th. And leap year rules the year divisible by 4, year evenly divided by 4, unless also divisible by 400. Okay, see, I have tried to give you little extra information so you will get an idea about it. Now, these are few things, facts or information in your textbook. You know that the length of the day and night is not always equal. Okay, day and night are not always equal. This happens because of the earth's inclined axis and its revolution around the sun. See, the earth is tilted, no? It is on an axis. It is not straight. It is little tilted. In the northern hemisphere, between 22nd March and 23rd September, the days are longer than the nights. They are talking about northern hemisphere, okay? The days are longer than, therefore it is warmer there. When days are longer, obviously you will feel warm, no? It will be hot. That is, it is summer in northern hemisphere. However, during this same period in the southern hemisphere, the night are longer than the days. Okay, northern hemisphere, if the days are longer, so opposite in southern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere, the nights are longer. Okay, children. So it is always opposite. The earth gets less heat in this part and therefore it is winter in southern hemisphere. Just remember one thing, if northern hemisphere from 22nd March to 23rd September the days are long, so it is summer, and opposite of that is winter in southern hemisphere. Okay, in the period from 23rd September to 22nd March, the days are longer than nights in southern hemisphere. It gets more heat and it is summer there. In this period in northern hemisphere, it is the night are longer. The northern hemisphere gets less heat and it is winter there. So see children, 22nd March to 23rd September, it is warm at northern hemisphere and summer in northern hemisphere and winter in southern hemisphere. Now from 23rd September, when 23rd September to 22nd March, now the southern hemisphere has long days. Now the days are longer than night in southern hemisphere. So now the southern hemisphere gets summer and opposite in northern hemisphere. So they have divided, you know, ki northern hemisphere will also get summer and southern hemisphere will also get summer, but opposite will happen in North Pole and South Pole. Okay, the northern hemisphere get less heat and it is winter there. Note that there may be difference in these dates due to leap year. So when there is a leap year, then there will be a change. Okay, in India, so for children, one day also makes lots of difference. Okay, so the dates will change. or the duration will change. In India, summer, the rainy season and the winter are considered to be the main season. We also divide the earth into 6 seasons, namely Vasant. We also divide the year into 6 seasons, namely Vasant, Grishma, Varsha, Sharad, Hemant and Shishir. So we Varsha, Vasant Rutu, Grimsam Rutu, Varsha, Sharad, Hemant and Shishir. These are the 6 seasons we believe we Indians try and divide it, okay, in our Hindu calendar. This cycle of 6 seasons is called Ritu Chakra, okay. Many of our festivals are connected with this season. Many of our songs and games are also related to different season. Okay, this is about India they are talking. Now let us learn to go to the last part on page number 8. The new moon and the full moon. Okay, page number 8. You will get a detailed information. I will just give a small explanation. The new moon phases occur when the moon is directly between earth and the sun. A solar eclipse can only happen at new moon. Okay, children, a full moon is when we see the entire lit portion of the moon. Okay, means you can see a full moon, you can bright moon, full Purnima, what we call it. The full moon phases occurs when the moon is on the opposite side of the earth from the sun, called opposition. Okay, this is just a briefing. In your textbook there is more detail which I'll tell you. For you to understand, see, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, they have different they get light, they don't get light together. When there is days are longer and summer season, days are longer, nights are shorter. So see, even the moon phases of the moon are also different. So in northern hemisphere the phases of the moon are different, and in southern hemisphere the phases of the moon are different. This is just to get you a idea. Now through this video let us learn in detail about the moon. Okay, children, the moon. Okay, see, moon is the natural satellite of the earth. See, the moon is so much far from earth, okay, and the earth is 93 million miles far from sun. Okay, now in this you can see how the moon, see, this is moon. See, the moon rotates around the, see, moon doesn't have its own light, it also get its light from the sun. So planets and satellites get their light from the sun. And see, the earth revolves around the sun. Similarly, the moon also revolves around the earth. See, so it is a cycle. Sun is the main source of energy, it has the main light, and the moon takes 28 days to complete one circle on its own orbit. Okay, see, how is moon? See, moon has rough patches, it is crater, it is not, it doesn't have any air, so there is no life, okay, no oxygen, no water, so you can't survive in moon. But there are people who have been to moon, okay, astronauts, they have been to moon. Okay, see, Neil Armstrong was the first astronaut to land on moon. Okay, now let us learn a little about moon's phases. See, these are the different phases of the moon as it is shown in your textbook, page number 9. Okay, children? See, you know that it takes 14 or 15 days from new moon to full moon. This is the fortnight of waxing moon, and after the full moon the moon appears smaller, and after 14 and 15 days it is new moon again. This period is the fortnight of waning moon. Thus, the period from one new moon to the next is 28 to 30 days. It is called lunar month. Every day of the lunar month is called Tithi. Okay, children? So, see, as the moon revolves around the earth and the earth revolves around the sun. So there are two paths, okay, two orbits. They revolve around each other. Now let us see about full moon and see when it starts revolving, see, around the earth. What happens? Children, see. See, there is a change in its brightness. Okay, you can see the changes taking place. Actually, see, it all depends how about in which position it is. See, it is full moon now. Okay, again when it goes to the dark part, so the because of the shadow of the earth, see, again it becomes small. So this is how we get new moon and full moon. I hope children you have understood. Please read the textbook and see the new moon 15 days, the full moon, the waxing moon Shukla Paksha, we call it. See, these are the phases of, and the full moon 15 days, the new moon, the waning moon Krishna Paksha. It's given in your textbook. The fortnight of the waxing moon plus the fortnight of the waning moon is equal to lunar month. Okay, so let us remember this summary. The moon is like a planet. It does not make its own light. It reflects sunlight. Okay, it gets its light from the sun. The moon orbits the earth. How the earth revolves around the sun, similarly the moon revolves around the earth. But the earth takes 365 days to complete one revolution, but the moon takes 28 days to complete one revolution of the earth. So it is like a cycle, okay? Earth revolves around the sun, moon revolves around the earth, okay? And earth rotates on its own axis. Okay, we cannot see all of the moon all the time. We see different parts of it depending on where it is. We can't see all types of moon together. We see different parts of the moon. Depends where it is there. Depends on its position. So what we have learnt in this chapter, the rotation of the earth causes day and night. The revolution of the earth around the sun and its inclined axis together causes the season. The revolution of the moon around the earth give rise to the phases of the moon. It's because of the shadow of the earth we can see only the parts of the moon. So where it gets the light, there you get, what you get, children? you get a bright moon, full moon. Okay, 1 second. The period from one new moon to the next is called lunar month. It has 28 to 30 days. The fortnight ending on a full moon is the waxing moon. The fortnight that ends of a new moon is that the waning moon. Okay, children? On full moon night, we see the entire side of the moon that faces the earth. On new moon, we cannot see any of it. Okay? The day of the lunar month are called Tithi. I want you all to write this in your geography, in your notebook. Okay, geography part you will write. This you will write and you will learn. Children, these are very important. That's it. Thank you. Thank you.